Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 of Dank Dungeons. I'm your Dank Master Lex, and I am joined by my amazing party. Introduce yourselves, real quick.
I am Todd.
I'm Lance.
The Ranger.
That's not true.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, wait, who am I? Bettania?
You're the other one. You've narrowed it down.
Dula.
How do you even say this, Quorne?
Excuse you.
Oh, right, I'm Quorne. I'm a
The Elven
wizard.
Ranger. Oh.
You're right. No, I'm sorry, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm Quorne the Elven Ranger. Longer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You
interesting.
know that? This is a nickname.
Wait, what? We're not getting into this right now. The party just entered in, or the party has been venturing through the Eastfield Shopping Center, a sunken, forgotten ruin in the moors of Morag, a sort of boggy type area controlled by a dread necromancer. The party's main quest is to find the Axe of Eternity for it to be bestowed on them during a celestial convergence, but for now they are on a side quest to find the oracle named Rudi, who is somewhere in this shopping center. Don't do that. So they just ventured through some stores, met some weird references, and ran down a stairwell. They are now in the lower floor of the shopping center.
Yeah, I forget what store we're in now. Oh, this might be, Coat Collaborative.
We just opened up the...
Oh yeah, where are we now?
Oh, that's
Yeah, so
true.
you went down the service stairwell from Toys R We, a store full of ghosts that possess toys and then attack people. That was pleasant.
Yeah, it was. Very pleasant.
And the stairwell led you down into another store. You whip the door open, and you see before you another semi-ruined store with some much lower racks. The store is a lot smaller, and everything. Man, this store is just full of cheap garbage.
Let's
Oh,
search it anyways.
it's 1 gold piece or less. That's where we are, from the map.
Let's search it anyways.
Good memory.
All right, everybody roll.
Why?
For the hell.
Investigation. Oh, there we go.
Investigation.
15.
Got a 1.
16.
Lizzy, you find...
I found a thing.
See if I can find it in here. I have so many items. There's a lot of items in this mall for some reason.
Why is that?
Fun.
Lizzy found this.
Thank you.
Todd, you're looking around. Oh man, EP smells some food.
Oh, is
He's
there
real
some food?
excited.
Twinkies,
you guys get some good shit?
you guys.
Yeah, I got breath mints.
Nice.
Used to gain advantage on all persuasion checks for 1 hour. I feel like this is as close to filter of love as I'm gonna get
Yes.
in this whole. Just for an hour. Just
I mean, but like...
how many breath mints?
No,
Like,
you
I
use
got-
there's enough so that you use the item and you have advantage for an hour.
Oh,
and then
okay.
The item is used.
and then it's done.
Yeah.
So I have to eat like all the mints.
Yeah, you have to eat all the mints.
That's fine.
Over the course of the hour.
Pack of Tic Tacs, just gonna keep them rolling. Excellent.
And then you got
Yeah, Twinkies. A 4-pack of Twinkies.
Twonkies?
Twonkers.
Twinkies loaded with so many
Twankers?
preservatives that they
Yeah.
will they
They-
haven't gone bad.
They restore 1 HP
Okay.
each. And when you eat them, you are full for the day.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
It's like...
Yeah, not bad.
That's like, what is it? Lembas bread?
It is like that, yes.
It's like Lembas bread?
Like my version of Lembas bread or Twinkies.
Was anybody feeling hungry?
No.
I'm
Starting
too
to-
scared
I
to
mean,
eat.
I'm kind of...
You know, actually, now that I think about it,
We haven't
it's
eaten. We do have a bag of avocados as well.
Oh, you have a
true.
bag of avocados. I forgot you had that.
Those are high in fats.
You got price gouged for those
yeah.
avocados. The
Not as much for the
Yeah, not as
boombox
much
though.
yeah, to say for the boombox.
Yeah.
This whole game has just been us getting ripped off.
yeah, that's what this is
basically.
all about. Hey, you went on a mission to go to a mall. So
Mhm.
yes, the I don't know how long it's been. I'm trying to think. It's late afternoon, probably. I don't think you've eaten anything since this morning. We ate those fantastic French toasts.
Should we each eat a twonk?
How many Twonkies are in there?
Have you
It's 4.
Have you whooped today?
I haven't whooped today, no. I think I need to go whoop. I need to whoop
Or you
before
make
I
him
eat.
ass.
I mean, they're just Twinkies. It's not a big deal.
Just a snack. You don't have to
It's
whoop.
a snack. I don't have to whoop before.
You don't have to whoop this
Also,
time.
would you guys like to take a short rest or anything like that?
Yeah.
That would be
Why
nice.
not? Why don't we do that?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll sit down. And,
We'll sit down.
Okay.
I'm not gonna eat a Twinkie right now.
Okay. I mean, I assume you guys have
Can we eat some avocados?
Yeah.
some avocados. They count as
sounds nice.
regular rations.
Yeah.
Really expensive regular rations.
Let's have an avocado. Sure.
Find some toast in your bag. You're all good.
How many avocados are in the bag?
Oh, that's a good question.
We never. You said it was a bag of avocados.
Yeah, it was a bag of avocados. It's probably like 1 day's ration for each of you.
Okay.
I'd say. Let's put it at that. The I need the place handbook. Need that PHB.
Give me that PHP.
We so yeah, if you wanna do short rest, you can expend hit dice and heal.
Yep.
I don't know who's taking damage. I think Quorne might be the only one who's taking damage.
I haven't taken
I
any
had a little
damage.
bit left over.
Huh.
Luckily, I avoided all those horrifying toys, and you didn't take any
Yeah.
damage from them.
Yeah.
And Max.
Good job, everybody.
That grappling hook, man, that was a great combination for those who are wondering. Watch our last episode. Quorne goes to pretzel heaven. It was great. They were accosted by lots of possessed toys in a toy store, and one of the toys tried to whip Quorne with a jump rope, which would have snared your character and dragged you back toward them. But luckily, they totally beefed their attack roll.
Nice.
And then you used your grappling hook to pull yourself towards the exit. But if those two things hadn't coincided, you might have probably been dragged into a combat of some sort.
Luckily, avoided a lot of combat so far.
Yeah.
Still considered a victory though.
It is.
We
Yeah.
didn't die.
It's true.
Yeah. It is good. It is good. This is a good time. This is a good life.
So, Quorne, are you going to use any of your hit dice to heal?
Yeah, I'll use one.
Okay.
Well, I got not great. 3.
3? Oh, okay.
I know this is the episode
Did you
where
add
you roll
your
poorly.
constitution?
Yeah.
Well, you have 3 hit points back. So, yeah, you
20.
guys are there. You see, if you look out of the windows of this place, you can see before you. If I can find my map, I have it somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So to your to your west, there is a more like the direction of the escalators. There's cave in there. To your east, over by where like the sort of mirror location to where that kiosk you found on the upper level is, that is also caved in.
Oh,
But there is a door also on the east that leads into a store that is labeled KD Copper.
Let's go check out KD Copper.
Let's do it.
That was the one store I wanted to see.
That was the one store you wanted to see. Well, you
I mean,
found it.
That's it.
I just got what KD Copper is supposed to be.
Yep.
Take a sight.
You got it.
I'm there now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What's straight ahead of us? Just to the south.
A wall.
Oh,
Because, you know, it's shaped a little weird. So,
okay.
Yeah, you walk in. This store is freaking massive, much bigger than any place you've ever been in before. It has relatively high ceilings, but it is full of clothing. There's lots of nasty old clothing on racks upon racks upon racks in this place, and it's everything. Got everything you'd expect to find in a clothing store. You can see. There's actually, this store is big enough that there are little like mini maps of the store, like attached to a pillar early on. And you see a map that has a little pointer that says, you know, back from where you came from is the west entrance, and towards the east and the north is or towards the southeast is the south entrance to the store. So there does seem to be another way in here.
Well, let's
To the south?
Investigate.
Investigate.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
20.
Natty 20.
It's happening.
Oh man.
13.
What'd you get?
7.
Quorne and Bettania, you guys find a bunch of old musty clothes.
Cool.
And I find a thing.
Yeah. No, Todd, you actually don't really find anything either. Although you do.
Give me something.
The only thing
Give
that
me
you
something.
think is weird is you're looking through all the dressing rooms because you're like, oh, maybe there's something cool in here. I don't know. Check every corner of the place, and you noticed one of them is locked suspiciously because the other ones aren't locked. And there's
I'm gonna
lock
knock on it.
There's no answer, but it's locked and you don't seem to be able to force the door. That just seems odd to you, just because none of the other places were locked. The other two of you, though, you're looking around, and I assume that if you guys are splitting up again, who has light sources?
I have light source.
You have a light
dark
source.
vision.
I can use my Zorkian blade.
Oh yeah, you have that. You have a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Although those can't be used as.
I also
as
have
lightsabers.
dark vision.
You also have dark vision.
So.
I also have dark vision, but I don't want to give up my scimitar. Probably should have.
I should have cast light on something else.
Something less.
You can
important.
say that you changed light over to something else before you
like
split
something
up.
of yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I
Fair.
cast light on my quarterstaff, and you can all suck it.
Okay.
Why didn't we do that in the first place?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know because I forgot I had one.
So you guys, you guys are looking
That's
around. Specifically, Quorne and Bettania are looking around. You guys decided to stick together, especially after that last time you split up. I'm sure nobody was very keen on
No.
No, that wasn't
doing that
cool.
again. You keep Scooby ganging it, where the dog goes with Todd,
Yeah.
and then you two stick together. So
And you find a bunch of Twinkies.
Let's split up, gang. I'll go with Daphne.
so
Shag and Scoob.
So Fred and Daphne are looking around, and you guys don't find anything other than gross, musty clothing. Although you notice that there are a lot of mannequins around.
Nope.
And some of them are just like piled strangely.
They're piled.
Yeah, they've just been. It's like someone took a bunch of the mannequins in the store and piled them up all in one place. And there are other mannequins around as well that seem to be in their normal spots. But they're like, you come across like one or two piles of just like 4 or 5 mannequins that are just laying on top of each other.
Quorne is going to vacate the area.
You say that out loud.
Yes, Quorne says that out loud to Bettania and says, if Bettania wishes to join, Quorne would be most grateful and...
That sounds pretty great, Quorne. Do you mind if I take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic as a ritual?
How long does Detect Magic last?
I don't know. Let me see if I wrote it down. I didn't write it down. It's a good thing it's on a card.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you have a spell card for it.
Oh, snap. Up to 10 minutes.
So it's probably still going. Or no, I'm sorry, it's not.
I
You took a
didn't-
short rest, so that would have meant it went away.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean you can take 10 minutes to cast if you want.
Do you mind, Quorne, if we just take 10 minutes to sit really still?
Oh, okay. Quorne is brave.
We'll sit in the light.
Quorne
It'll
is
be fine.
courageous.
It'll be fine. Okay.
All right. You cast Detect Magic. There is an aura on like all of these mannequins. It's not like a spooky thing like what was in the toy store, but there is actually some sort of like this is an enchantment that someone has placed on these things.
Okay. You were right, Quorne. The mannequins are a little creepy, but it doesn't seem spooky. So don't be afraid.
Okay.
Not that you would be, because Quorne's
Yes,
so
of course.
brave.
Quorne is the bravest goblin of them all. There is no greater goblin than Quorne.
Bravest.
Todd, at this point, you come
is
back
the
to the
zestiest,
group,
most
having been like,
graviest.
I found a locked door.
Previous.
Because they spent 10 minutes to
Succulent.
cast that spell, so I
Yeah.
assume you met back up with them.
Yeah.
There's, and yeah, they're hanging out.
Yeah, found a locked door.
Todd, there's something up with these mannequins.
Something up with this whole mall.
That's fair. That's very true. So a locked door? Do we want to... You
I
couldn't break it
couldn't get
open?
I could try with my...
Oh. You could.
Let's go
could've
try with
tried
your
that.
laser
Could
sword.
have. I don't know why didn't.
I don't know.
You have
Because
a-
I'm here now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Let's go beat up the door.
Let's go beat up the door.
Okay.
Go kick that door's ass.
You make your way back to the dressing room.
That door That door is so pompous.
Yep.
So stuck up. That door is always ruining our good
That
times.
door is worse than those vampires.
Yeah,
Wow.
those vampires were really shitty, but.
You walk over towards this door. You ignite your lightsaber, effectively. Yep.
I didn't want to use the same lightsaber noise.
Walking towards the door, you two who are behind him, you hear rustling movement behind you in the store. Do you turn around to look at what it might be? You see a bunch of movement through the racks, some shapes, humanoid shapes that are heading towards you.
Great.
Are they running, or are they just kind of like, here we come?
Yeah, they're like moving very stiffly,
Like
making their way towards you.
like mannequins.
Like maybe like mannequins.
Like maybe they can't bend their elbows. Like
Maybe like mannequins.
okay.
Quorne, what do you do?
I cut the lock off, I guess.
You plunge your laser sword into the door, and at this point you hear you guys, as soon as you hear zzzz of that, and you start to cut through it. It's like that scene in everyone's favorite movie, Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, where you start cutting through the door, and it's just the lightsaber's boring through it. Which is weird to you, because you're like, this is a dressing room door. Why is it so freaking difficult to cut through? But as soon as that starts happening, you guys, the movement starts to get more sort of erratic, and you see one or two of the mannequins just like bust through the clothing in the rack, and they're moving forward. But then you see other ones start climbing over the rack and climbing on top of each other.
Oh no.
And then as they start nearing you, you see that they're not actually all just running at you. They're running towards you to be in front of you, but also climbing on top of each other, and seem to be forming a larger shape as they sort of climb up and interlock limbs into this bizarre creature. And you see as they start to climb over each other rapidly, they form legs, and then a torso, and then arms, and then sort of a lump on top with a head that forms a head. And it's just this weird, like, golem type creature that's just made out of like interlocked mannequins. And it sort of reaches past you guys for Quorne
No.
to grab him and pull him away from the door. Everybody,
Quorne.
we're going into initiative.
Woo!
Quorne, you react first because you got that hecka good initiative.
Cool. What's going on with this door?
You're boring through it, but it's taking a while, and you're like, wait, why is this taking a while? And then you just feel this hand grab around your torso, and you look down, and there's all these weird plastic-like mannequin limbs that are just grabbing you, and it starts to, and I mean, you react first before it does anything else.
Well, I grab my laser sword. I'm gonna... Just gonna try and cut this arm that grabbed me off with my laser sword.
Okay, roll to hit.
Roll to hit. Yeah. Okay. So it's a 15, 20.
That hits, definitely.
Cool. Edge, just a D8 radiant damage. Wow, that's only 4
Got that +3 strength mod. Hot dog.
plus 2 strength. Sorry, only 3.
Oh, it's only 3. Okay. All right. Let's see here. You cut into this, and you just smell melting plastic as you slice through this thing, and the creature seems to rear back slightly, but it doesn't seem like you did enough damage to make it let go entirely.
Yeah.
So Now, Bettania, you see this all happening. There's this crazy big creature. Oh, also, the ceilings are fairly high in here, but they're not, like, 20 feet, which seems to be the size of this thing. So it's, like, crouched down, slouched to reach in to grab Quorne.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Firebolt right into its head.
Okay, cool. Roll to hit.
That's a 24.
The 24 definitely hit.
All right, that's an 8 damage.
That's an 8 damage.
Yup.
The creature, several mannequins just sort of get blown off of its head area, and it rears back slightly. You also see in the firelight it exposed a metallic object that seems to be dangling from where the head is. Can't quite tell what it is. You're a little too far away, but you can see its glint in the thing. Also, you're pretty sure that this, both with Quorne and Bettania, you're pretty sure these things should have been more impactful. It seems like all these extra mannequins are absorbing more blows than you think that it should be. But yeah, so now it is this creature's turn, and it is going to attempt to lift Quorne up into the air. So, Quorne, make a acrobatics check or a dexterity saving throw. Actually, make a dexterity saving throw.
Not good.
Not good. Okay. You're unable to slip out of the grasp of this bizarre creature as it lifts you into the air and then slams you down onto the ground.
Great.
So take whoop,
That's a lot of dice.
it's a lot of dice. Take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as it just slams you. I gotta grab. I accidentally misplaced one of my notes. I gotta grab it. Where is this thing? There it is. Okay. It then swings its other arm toward... Let's see, you guys are on either side of it. So it swings its other arm towards you and EP.
Okay.
Both of you make dexterity saving throws. As its arm just sort of swipes across, slamming across some clothing racks, sending them flying.
20.
Okay, you leap out of the way in time.
And EP gets 15.
You both leap out of the way in time.
Great.
Nice.
You leap out of the way in time, and it's just, you leap back, and it just slams across these two clothing racks and just sends them flying off into another part of the store.
Cool.
And you also notice, as it sort of, like, went close to you, you notice some sort of dangling metallic object around its head area.
Okay.
The next person to go is you and EP.
Cool. I'm going to try ensnaring strike again
Sure.
and shoot a bow at it. Shoot a bow at it.
Shoot.
I have a bow, but I'm shooting another bow.
Yeah. You take your bow and you string a bow to it and then shoot.
But no, I'm going to shoot an arrow and see if this works. 10.
10.
Go.
Let me check real quick. 10 does hit, yes.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
All right, very cool.
This thing is big and bulky and doesn't
Okay.
seem to be able to maneuver very well in this
Okay,
space, so it's very easy to
has
hit.
to succeed at a strength check.
Okay.
And larger creatures get an advantage.
Oh, it has advantage.
Yeah.
It, what is the DC?
14.
It succeeds.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll do damage then. For the hit. 5 damage.
5 damage? Cool.
And I think EP is
What's
just
your
gonna...
dex?
What's my what?
Dex.
16. I think that...
Oh, never mind.
Oh, is he not adding his full damage?
You add your dex modifier to your
To damage?
Yep.
for dex.
Oh, really?
For ranged weapons.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Finesse.
Then it's 8, actually.
Cool.
Cool. So EP is just gonna like kick it right now.
Sure.
Just hang out next to me.
Okay. Quorne, we are back to you. You are still in this thing's grasp. It has just slammed you down into the ground. And now you are at ground level again, significantly more bruised and crumpled than you were 6 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Would you like to attempt to escape this thing's grasp? You are counted as grappled right now. So you don't have any movement, but you can still make attacks and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm going to try to escape.
Sure.
I think.
Be acrobatics if you would like, or just straight dexterity.
Acrobatics. 19.
This thing's grasp.
All right.
And you now had, that was your action, but you now have movement, so you can move around. Although, to be fair, moving away from it will incur an attack of opportunity.
I can disengage, can I?
Well, you used your action to break free of
disengage
it.
is the action.
Yes.
I'm a goon. Okay. Great. Can't really move away.
You hit yourself in any way?
No. I don't have an action.
No.
I'm just going to stay here, I guess.
Okay, well, you've escaped its clutches, so that's
Yeah,
good.
that is good.
Bettania, it is now your turn.
I am going to cast Shatter on its head,
Sure.
and I think that would keep everybody safe because you said this is a 20-foot tall.
Oh, yeah, you could probably cast it high enough that it won't affect
won't.
anything on the ground.
That's what I'm thinking.
So, yeah.
And this is a creature made of inorganic material, so it
Yeah.
has disadvantage.
Yeah, so what's that?
I need
what's that
a
save?
Constitution saving throw.
What's the DC on it?
That is a great question. It is, I think, 13? Yeah, 13.
It fails.
Perfect. It takes 3d8 damage. 1, 5. So 7.
7 damage.
What's the worst possible roll you could have?
Yep. Yes, it is.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Does this spell say anything else happens?
It's just thunder damage.
Okay, there's
Yeah.
you mutter some arcane phrases and clap, and this thunderclap just sort of emits from the upper part of this creature, and you see bits of mannequins just go flying all over the place.
And that's where the dangling thing was, right?
Yes, actually, I need to. Okay, the dangling thing is still up there; it does not detach.
The
Okay.
dangling thing?
Yeah. That,
Your character hasn't seen it yet,
okay.
but
So it doesn't matter.
It is now the creature's turn, and it sort of shakes off some of the remaining broken limbs of mannequins from it and decides to turn its attention towards Lizzy's character and bring down its hand. Or actually, no, first it's going to try to make a big sweeping gesture, and again at Quorne, Todd, and EP to just, like, get them out of here. So all of you guys make dexterity saving throws.
13.
13 does not succeed.
I got 22.
22
EP
does
got
succeed.
4.
Okay, 4 does not succeed. So EP and Todd, or EP and Quorne both take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Now both of you make athletics checks to see if you are knocked prone.
Oh boy.
4.
Oh, EP gets knocked over.
3.
Oh, you also get knocked
Or
over.
7.
Okay, you also get knocked over.
Okay. It would be much, but...
You're also moved backward a little ways, but not like a ridiculous distance. Let's see, Bettania, how far away from this creature are you?
I have to be within 60 feet.
Okay, but you're not within melee of it, I assume.
I don't think so. I was by the dressing room when we were doing that.
Okay. the... Let's see. I don't know if the creature is conflicted over which person to hit. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. It grabs, because it's kind of far away from you, Lizzy. So it pushes everybody else out of the way. You guys are all pushed back like 10 or 15 feet, and some of you are knocked over. And then with its other arm, it picks up a small clothing rack and just hucks it in Bettania's direction.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I don't have the stuff in front of me. But it does not, it just misses you. So this clothing rack you manage to sidestep it quickly enough and it just falls next to you and seems to
Wow.
make a big dent in the floor and with a loud crash. Okay, cool. So it is now Todd's turn. Todd and EP.
All right. Is this thing climbable?
It's certainly big enough, and it's got all sorts of weird handholds.
Yeah.
It has literal handholds.
Yeah.
So you could try to if you wanted.
Can I try and get around, run around or underneath its legs and climb up the back of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's actually not facing you right now because it turned toward Bettania, so you're already...
I just want to get somewhere where it won't be able to grab me as easy, so I'm running up behind it.
Sure.
And I'm going to climb.
Okay, make an athletics check to climb.
19.
You totally succeeded.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get to that shiny dangling thing.
You start working your way up this monster. It does not even seem to notice you're there.
Cool.
But I think, it's probably going to be your whole turn, but you're almost to the top, so next turn you would probably get to the top.
Cool.
Yeah. Does EP do anything?
He's going to get up and run away.
Sure.
He's scared.
Use that disengage action. Get out of there.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, Todd. Ruh-roh.
Oh, God.
So, Quorne, we're back to you.
Quorne it's back. It's Quorne's turn.
It's Quorne's turn. We're in the Quorne maze.
Oh.
Quorne. Quorne is going to cast Bless.
Hashtag bless that party.
Bless up the party.
Cool, you do it.
And aside from that, he gets up. That's it.
Bettania, what do you do?
You're far enough away now, correct?
Mm-hmm. We're not near the monster now, right? Pretty far from it.
You're at least 10 feet from it because when it swiped, it threw you.
I don't want to do Shatter because you're on it.
He's on it.
So I'm going to cast Firebolt at its... How far up is Todd right now?
He's, he's probably all the way to its shoulders.
Okay, I'll cast Firebolt then at its crotch.
Nice.
Fire crotch.
Roll the hit, add that bless.
Yes. That's a 19. What do I roll for bless? Is it a d4?
You don't need to because you hit it.
Okay, I hit it.
But it is 1d4, yeah.
Okay, cool. Ha! 1.
Nice.
Oh, man, you're not doing well with these damage rolls.
You know I'm not.
So, you hear your little, a gout of flame flies through your fingertips.
It's Ember.
Yeah, and just ding. Doesn't even seem to notice.
It's more like a UTI than anything else. Damn.
Oh, no.
Ah.
It is now this creature's turn. It, is not threatened by Bettania at all.
No.
But it seems to have figured out that someone is on its back, so it's sort of bringing its arms up to try and grab at you. And it's going to use, one of its attacks worth of actions to try and grab you off. So I would say make either athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
Either one works.
Okay. Well,
It's the same bonus either way. 20.
Oh, nice.
My God, I'm killing it.
It sort of keeps trying to grab at you, but it can't grab at its back very easily, and you're very nimble, and they're sort of able to get around it, so it definitely can't notice you. Frustrated, it decides to just send it puts both of its hands together in a haymaker and just slams down on the ground. EP is far enough away, but Bettania and Quorne make me Constitution saving throws.
Cool.
Oh no.
You also roll a d8, d4. Sorry.
That's right. That's good. Oh, 11.
That's not.
You know, it's better than it was.
Plus 4 is 12. Plus 3, 15.
15 succeeds. You manage to keep your feet and only take 3 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh, awesome.
as it sends this shockwave out. And Bettania, you are knocked prone and take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So, okay, that is its turn. Also, Todd, you're not affected because you're not standing on the ground. And it is your turn.
Me?
Yep.
Do I see this dangling thing?
Yeah, you're right up near it. You're really close to it. It looks like a key.
That's excellent.
Can I grab it?
Yeah, you can. This thing's probably trying to shake you off actively. Do like a roll to hit
Yeah.
with
Roll
your
it.
You want to do it? You want it?
with dexterity, so
Dexterity,
proficiency
cool.
and dexterity. Oh, and yeah, you get to add d4.
Mm-hmm. What am I doing?
Yeah, you do. You're blessed.
I'm not thinking of what I'm thinking about what I'm doing.
20.
Yeah, you're able to. You grab it and you're gonna just pluck it from this thing.
Yeah.
Pluck it, and the whole creature just shudders. It stops dead in its tracks as soon as you do that, 'cause it's like trying to shake you off, and just shudders, and then all the mannequins just start to lose cohesion and just fall off of it, and you also fall, but you sort of gently slide down this pile of mannequins that has been
Oh, no,
created.
Legolas.
Can I surf that?
Always
Yeah.
dexterous.
Right on.
So yeah, this creature seems to have lost the magic that was holding it together.
Nice job, everybody.
Yay.
You're holding a silver key.
Okay.
I wonder
that-
what it goes
Oh,
to.
I know what it goes to. I'm going to go to the dressing room.
Sure. Try that key.
Is there a keyhole?
There is a keyhole.
I'm going to use it.
Unlocks it.
Oh, what's inside?
Really normal dressing room with like a little bench and a mirror. And hanging on a rack or hanging on a hook by the door is a windbreaker that just looks like it's in really nice shape. It's a really nice windbreaker. It's interesting to you because all of the other clothes are like moldy and disgusting in here, but this is in great
really
shape.
nice.
Yeah,
All right. We got a nice windbreaker.
nice windbreaker.
+1 bonus to AC and saving throws.
Whoa.
Very
While
nice.
you're wearing it, requires attunement.
What does that mean?
You can only be attuned to 3 items at once. Where
Okay.
some of them are weapons, actually, but yeah. So yeah, you found a really nice windbreaker.
Oh, damn.
Very nice.
Very cool.
So again, nice
Hang on to
powder
that.
blue.
Powder blue.
I have a windbreaker like that.
Do you
In my
walk
life.
out of the dressing room looking
Yeah,
fly
can I
as
just
fuck?
throw it on?
Yeah, you can throw it
I'll
on.
throw it on.
Throw it on. Yeah, you walk out of that dressing room, you
cool.
look great.
Hey guys, look what I found.
Oh yeah. The windbreaker sound.
It'd be kind of hard to sneak around, but I give +1 to it.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
true.
should have given you disadvantage to all stealth checks when you're wearing that, but I didn't.
It's it's magic.
It's true.
Maybe it
it's
doesn't.
magic.
Maybe it doesn't make noise.
That's how nice a windbreaker
Yeah.
it is.
Or maybe the
Wow.
noise is so pleasant that no one even notices it's there.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's a nice noise. I don't even care what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can, if you're putting it on and attuning to it, you can adjust your armor class and saving throws accordingly.
Nice.
So, you successfully defeated the mannequin golem.
Yay!
And yeah, the way to the way's clear to the other door of the.
Let's get out of here, guys.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, we can go that. Quorne is currently in very bad shape.
I'm gonna give you a
Oh.
healing potion.
Quorne is in very... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
one, so you can have it. It
Cool
belongs
beans.
to you.
Roll. It's if it's a regular healing
Yes, it
potion,
is.
it's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. 4 and 3 is 7 plus 2 is 9.
Nice.
Cool.
You
Yeah.
rolled really well on that healing
Yeah, I
potion.
did. I was really surprised.
Yeah, mark that off. Todd, mark that off your inventory. And yeah,
Moving on.
Let's go back to the mall.
you go back into the.
I like this like pencil swap.
That's a lot of fun.
Do.
All right, so
Whoa, be careful.
Conan.
Make sure that doesn't fall over. Okay.
Conan is okay.
Okay. So you exit KD Copper, finding yourself in a very large, another large cavernous, ruined hallway. There is, to your south, there is not a store, but the floor goes downward a little bit, a few feet, and you see a bunch of tables, and that looks like the food court. And directly to your right, as you're exiting, which would be your west, you see a store that says Rudi's Records.
that's where we're going.
Yep.
Records.
Oh, also to your east, there is a store that says Eastfield Games, and to the east there's a collapsed hallway, and to the south there is another collapsed hallway.
Rudi's Records.
Wait.
Rudi's Records.
Do we want to go to the food court first and loot it?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. You go to the food court and you loot it. So let's see. You look around. There are a lot of these places are in really bad shape. They're all either they have been they look like they were ransacked a really long time ago, or they've fallen into disrepair. There doesn't seem to be much food, except in pretty good shape. It looks like an Asian place called Karator. Yeah, you can look in there if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You look around and there is some sealed, there's a sealed like Tupperware thing, a very large Tupperware thing with food in it.
Oh,
And you can grab that. It smells like it's still good.
Wow.
Grab it.
that sounds awesome.
All right, who grabs it?
I grab it.
Yes.
Grab it.
I'm grabbing it. Let's see. We got fried rice. Magic item, fast food. Eat a serving to heal 2d4 plus 2 and be full for the day. Cannot be used in combat! Exclamation point. Enough to be eaten 3 times. Rice.
Yep, fried rice.
Awesome.
So, yeah, you find that. And it's that Karator place. Seems like it has pretty good food.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much all you can find in the food court, though. Look
All
around.
right. Do you guys want to check out the game store?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's.
Check out
Gotta lollygag as much as possible.
What?
There's so much loot
There's so
left.
much loot in this place.
There's a lot of
There's-
business.
I want-
Loot's fun.
So we have to walk by Rudi's Records to get there, right?
I mean, it's a pretty open area because of the food court, so you can kind of just
Okay.
You can walk diagonally and get
I'm
over
just-
to the game store.
I'm like, okay, we can go to the game. I'm just gonna be like looking at Rudi's Records.
Rudi's Records, also, I will point out, all these places look completely ruined and ransacked, and Rudi's Records looks not clean, but not ransacked, and there is a light on in there, and the little sign is lit up.
That's awesome.
Cute.
Cool.
Let's go to the game store.
Game store.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go to Eastfield Games. This is a gaming store.
So it's really small.
It's really small. There's lots of books and like old board games and stuff everywhere, but they're almost all just like blocks of mold.
Investigate.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Investigation.
11.
4.
Uh,
That was
Isn't
a,
your intelligence really high?
yeah, that's a nat 1. this has been awful.
so, Todd, you're looking around and you go and buy the dice racks, and it's weird. A lot of the dice have been like mashed or shattered.
Whoa.
Like someone rode through this place and just messed stuff up.
Broke everything.
But behind the counter, in a like glass display case area that looks like it's like the glass on top is cracked, but what's within is still in good shape. There is a set of polyhedral dice, like those used to play Dungeons and Dragons.
I'll grab it. Check it out. I can access it, right? It's all smashed.
Yeah,
up.
you can get it.
Cathedral dice set. This small bag of dice hums with magical power. However, you don't know how they work.
I like your pause.
Yeah,
Oh, there's an etc.
Yeah. There's a dot.
Dot, dot, dot.
that pause was built into the item. You're confused by this because you're like, why would you want dice that have more than 6 sides? Yeah, And there's like, yeah, it's strange. And there's like a little tag that says best for use when playing the Dungeons and Dragons role-playing game. And you're like, what is that? I don't know. You never heard of that.
Wow.
Very meta item.
We can call my dad and ask later.
That's pretty good.
He might know.
You might
We can
know.
call him now.
Harold is kind of a nerd. I don't know.
All right.
Let's go
I'm
see
gonna take
Rudi
this-
first.
All right, let's go see Rudi.
Sure.
Go see Rudi. Oh, Rudi.
Do we have a message for Rudi?
Hello.
So you walk over to Rudy's records. The door's wide open. I mean, they all are, but that's okay. You walk through, and you're immediately hit by the smells of incense and the sound of, I don't know, like there's like classic rock playing somewhere in a farther part of the store, and you can just sort of hear it a little bit. There, let's see, when you first enter, there's racks and racks of vinyl records. And everything looks like it's in pretty good shape. And like I said, there are lights on in this store. So it pretty much just looks like a functional, if somewhat old, store. If you go a little farther into the store, there is a counter. And behind it, there is someone sitting, and he sort of looks up. He says, "Ah, visitors. It is so good to see new faces here. I rarely ever do." You see, this is this guy who's he's really tall. He's got these blue robes on that have like stars on them, and lots of jewelry, and a big old afro, and and also
This guy sounds cool.
yeah, and also like a handlebar mustache.
Oh, cool.
He's like, "Greetings, travelers. I am known by many names.
Is Rudi one of them?
Rudi is one of them.
What's going on, Rudi?
Would you call yourself Oracle?
Some have called me the Oracle of the Eastfield Mall. Others have called me the Baker of Delights. Some have called me Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. Still others call me Paperclip.
This is a really confusing thing.
Yeah.
I am also known as King Size Sofa. And as Brick Tower. Would you like to hear more of my many titles?
No.
No, that's quite
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I think
Are any of them Morag the Necromancer?
No. Do you seek Morag the Necromancer?
I think
Yeah,
we're
that
trying to.
crazy redneck lady told us to come see you.
I know not of a crazy redneck lady.
What was her name?
She was Cajun or something. Or
It
British.
was a lot of things.
it was
She had a mixed up past.
get down, go, granddad, go move.
He looks you over, and he looks at you, and he's like, and he sort of slides forward this record that says "Cream, farewell." He slides it forward and looks at you. What do you do?
You got a record player? You got a boombox?
You got a boombox?
Can you fix a boombox?
Can you fix a boombox?
I have no knowledge of such things.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I do, but what? And he slides the record towards you and seems to look expectantly at you.
I take this? I take this?
Do you take it, or do
I
you
say
say I
that.
take that? No, you should. He looks at you and his eyebrows raise, and he just goes like this.
Okay, I take it.
You take it. You have passed the test.
Oh my god.
I'm just imagining Todd just being like,
He's like,
like kind of going up, like I take this, and then just like picking it up like haphazardly.
This is a vinyl record that's Scream Farewell.
Scream Farewell.
It seems like it's in pretty good shape.
yeah.
You'd need a turntable to play it. Doesn't seem to be magical at all or have any kind of special
Is
properties.
there a turntable in the store?
There is. It's currently playing a Santana record.
Is it playing smooth?
No, it's not playing smooth.
Featuring Rob.
No, it's like real Santana. Jesus.
Pretty good, though. It's,
He's like, you have passed the test.
Great.
Yes.
I wonder if he has any Smash Mouth.
I was wondering that as well.
We shouldn't ask him, though.
A lesser adventurer would have left the record, choosing not to expand their musical palette. Clearly, you are worthy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, what do you wish to know?
We're trying to find. We have to get. I don't know. You probably don't know anything about this stuff.
I mean, we have to get past Morag the Necromancer.
Yeah.
We're on our way to meet a comet and the Star Prince. But
I am known as the Great Slag Slap. I know all.
Okay.
Well, great.
I am known by many other names too. Would you like to hear them?
We're good.
Rudy.
We're on a great quest.
Rudy.
We have to get the Axe of Eternity from the Star Prince, who's on the comet going overhead. Currently, AF.
Oh, the Star Prince. His greatest hits is a treasure that I listen to on a nightly basis.
Can we listen to it right now?
Oh, definitely. And he just starts going. He goes over to this rack and he pulls off this vinyl record that just like glows with this like silver magical energy. So you can't even see what's on the record. It's in terms of artwork. It's just it just glows. And he stops the Santana track, opens up his turntable and puts it on. And this really awesome, just like really fantastic, just glam rock starts playing. And you're like, wow, this is great. You've never heard it before, but it sounds great.
Yeah.
Quorne is mesmerized.
Mm-hmm.
He thought he knew all music. They were Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth.
Don't
But
ask
now
if this is Smash Mouth.
He hears Star Prince.
Questions everything.
Oh, no.
The Star Prince had a great and illustrious career before he was banished from the world on his chariot. So what is it that you wish to know about the Star Prince?
Well, we have to get to him
Yeah, we have to get to
quickly.
And we have to pass through Morag's territory here.
The Celestial Convergence.
Correct.
Be wary, adventurers. Morag, he's not very cool.
So we've heard, yeah.
He's tried most of his life to get people to like him, but unfortunately, no one ever has.
What's his problem?
Well, some say he is horribly deformed. Others say he just has 0 people skills. While still others say his love of prog rock alienated him as a child from all the other kids who loved pop.
That's too bad.
But he's a troubled soul, to be sure. He came into these lands and destroyed everyone in them, then rose them again as mindless servants. His magic prism eyes allow him to keep watch over the lands through his servant's vision. It is truly dangerous to come across any servant of Morag that's eyes glisten like gemstones.
Whoa, that was close.
Yeah,
We
right.
already ran into a couple of them.
Count yourself lucky that you survived.
Yeah.
It is likely that Morag wishes to harness the power of the celestial convergence and ask the Star Prince for the Axe of Eternity. Woe be to the kingdoms of men if he is able to get it. He could spread his dark tyranny over the world.
What should we do? Do you have advice? Anything to help us?
Yes, you must be able to defeat Morag at the only game that the Star Prince cares about. And then he goes into a side room and starts rummaging around and stuff. And he comes out holding a case. He's like, you must beat him in a rock-off. Oh. And he looks to you and he's like, I can see it in your eyes that you have the talent of a musician. You already have an instrument and are well versed in it. Although you could use some more variety. And then he turns to you and he's like, I can see that you have played and have an instrument and know the workings of musical scales.
I'm like, yeah, man. I'm gonna pull out a didgeridoo.
That's a really good didgeridoo noise.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like it's a good impression.
Wow.
Yeah, I rock on this thing pretty regularly. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Excellent. So he turns to you and he's like, in that case, Bettania, I bequeath to you this. And he snaps open the case and it flies open, and within you see a red keytar.
I was so worried it was going to be a triangle. This is even better. This is great.
Still happening.
All right. Would you not steal my thunder for like 5 minutes? I got a keytar. God.
A keytar.
We're
All
playing
right.
our instruments.
Yeah.
Stop.
Man.
Rudi puts up his hand to silence you, and suddenly your instruments go silent immediately. He's got special magic.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And he gives you this cherry red keytar. When holding it, you're like, I've never played an instrument before, but I feel like I could play this.
Mm-hmm.
And you try playing a few notes and scales, and you're like, yeah, I can totally do this, and it sounds fairly competent. So he says, you will need these certainly during your quest. You may also want to find a nice studio band. That would probably be helpful. Then he reaches into his pocket and pulls out 3 what look like slips of paper with writing on them, with like printed text on them, and holds them out to Quorne.
I take them.
You take them. You have passed the test. Adventurer would have never taken those Santana backstage passes.
Good thing that Quorne is a legendary adventurer.
Wow.
And
I like you, Rudi. I like you.
you have passed the test. And then he reaches forward and takes
I like you, paperclip.
the backstage passes and the vinyl record from you, and he's like, he says, the true test was to like me all along.
Wow.
And then he's like, and then he says to you, you have a road ahead of you, a long road to Morag's tower, but there at its zenith you will find his infernal machine that is made to harness the power of the convergence. There you will face him and win the sword of eternity if the fates are willing.
Okay.
And then he just stands there doing this, sort of looking listfully off into the distance.
Quorne sits and stares at him.
We were Smash Mouth.
He continues to stand with his hands steepled. He continues to stand with his hands steepled, looking off into the distance.
Bye.
Let's go.
All right. As you guys exit the shop, you hear, you have passed the test.
We should have checked to see if he was like peeking, like as we start to leave.
As you walk out,
backwards, like you said we did.
oh yeah. As Todd turns, or I'm sorry, EP turns to you, and he's like, "Man, Todd, that whole place smelled like patchouli oil. That was weird."
That wasn't patchouli, EP.
Oh. You exit out, and as you're walking out onto the food court, because it's in front of this place, and you're probably thinking to yourself, "How do we get out of here?" You hear in the distance, vroom, vroom,
Oh
vroom,
no.
the sound of some sort of engine, of some sort of machine. And suddenly, and you hear the cackle of laughter, and from the probably eastern hallway that's all collapsed, or that was collapsed, right? I need to look at my map. I can't remember. Oh, actually, the hallway wasn't collapsed. I'm sorry. Oh no, it was. Okay, so from the eastern hallway that's collapsed, or I'm sorry, the southern hallway is collapsed. I'm not paying attention to my map enough. Southern hallway that was collapsed. A bunch of that rubble just blows open, just blows apart.
Oh no.
And you see silhouetted against what look like some rays of the setting sun. So you just see this silhouette of them, and it's very noticeable because of how dark this cavernous maw is. 4 figures clad in what looks like probably leather armor covered in spikes, and riding these things that someone in the modern age would refer to as Harley-Davidson motorcycles. And one of them, and they sort of cackle and yell, and like one of them has like a mohawk, the other one's got a shaved head and like a bunch of like piercings down both of his ears, and one of them rides forward to the front of the group. The group members, some of the ones off to the side, one of them has what look like drum skins set up on the sides of his bike. Another one has slung over the back of his shoulder what looks like a bass guitar, and then the one of them rides forward, and it is a woman with black spiky hair, and she takes out what looks like a combination of an electric guitar and a battle axe, kind of like if anyone's ever watched Adventure Time,
Yes.
the thing Marceline has,
Yeah.
and just plays a power chord on it that just resonates and echoes through the whole chamber, and the rest of them rev their engine and cackle, and that's where we're going to end it this session. So, thanks for watching. This has been session 5 of Dank Dungeons. How will these heroes survive now that they have finally made their way out of the mall? And they have talked to the Oracle Rudi and figured out the tasks ahead. But will they be able to defeat this new, terrifying, and definitely dangerous foe? Find out next time on Dank Dungeons.